Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is our Sports Talk Lakers postgame show. I want to welcome everyone that joined us watching the LA Lakers tonight. Not the game we wanted to see, but a bit of an improvement after Saturday night brawl, I would say so myself. But of course, this is your home for sports. Here on the Podbean. We'll also be on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, you name it. We want to welcome you guys here. Tough loss to the Lakers tonight. They go down to the Orlando Magic, 118-106. Lakers lose by 12 after losing by as much as 30-something on Saturday to the Chicago Bulls. You can understand how we all feel. So we want to welcome you to our show. I have my partner, Sean is on assignment tonight. I believe he's at Angel Stadium working the Freeway Series. So it's just us two as we wait for my partner to arrive. Of course, we're live streaming from our home, and I believe he's on. And partner, how you doing? Start of a new week, but too bad didn't get the start that we wanted to, right?
Yeah, bro, no worries. New, fresh week. Just another day, you know?
Yeah, too bad it couldn't be the way we wanted it to be. Let's start with this. I was telling the viewers before you came on, a bit of an improvement from Saturday. Wouldn't you say after getting destroyed by more than 30 points?
Yeah, by 100% and allowing more than 130 points is pretty bad.
Yeah, and I'm guessing. I tell you, they broke a lot of records on Saturday, and it's one of the records that you normally don't want to have broken. But unfortunately, it did happen. So I guess that's the way it is. Getting blown out by 31 against a team that was 9 games below 500.
Yo, for sure, an embarrassing loss and defensive performance by the Lakers on Saturday night. For sure. I was surprised that they even played their stars tonight.
You talk about the Lakers, partner?
Yeah, LeBron looked kind of funky out there tonight. I'm not sure if
Well, I
he's
mean, you have to look at it this way. They haven't been together for the last 2 weeks. This team has been playing with a lot of different starters. Well, not starters, but a lot of different players. So, of course, when you're out that long, that's the first thing that happens is you get that. In wrestling they like to call it ring rust, but I guess in basketball, I guess we can call it a court rust. I mean, it was the same thing, right?
Yeah, even though he did, but he still had a good game with 24 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds, so you can't count him out for that.
By the way, Sean is not with us tonight. Sean, I believe, is on assignment working at Angel Stadium. It's the preseason. The boys in blue came back from a successful trip, and I believe they were in China or Korea.
Yeah, they're in Japan.
In Japan, they went 2-0, so they're 2-0 right now to start the season. The season starts this week. Just a couple more preseason games. It's kind of weird though. Like you go ahead.
Just last night, I just bought my opening season tickets.
Oh, so you're going on where at the Angels or Dodgers?
Yeah, Angels opening day.
Next Friday. I might see you there because I'll probably be working. So
sounds good. Let me know what booth you're in.
If I see you, I'll probably charge you double just like you know.
Never mind. I'm the U-turn.
Yeah, if I see you, I'll make sure Sean kind of gives a word, like make sure this guy pays double his parking. I am actually. I do want to let the audience know we are kind of working on trying to do a stream at the stadium. We're trying to do a what's known as a tailgate. I want to say
Yeah, tailgate for sure.
not tailgate, but like something going on. So keep in mind on that. We'll let you know how that goes. But it's good to see baseball starting around the corner. Um, friendly. Also, we are gonna be doing some uh, circumstances. I want to say to start our fifth season, almost our fifth season. So stay tuned for that. But let's go back to the Lakers. So tonight, tough loss. They lose by 12. Again, a very improvement playing from Saturday night, but I mean, they could have won, partner. Let's look at that. I mean, I felt like they could have won. Uh, I was watching the game on the bike, and look at Doncic. He came out. He started playing superb. I mean, they were leading too in that second quarter.
Yeah, you mentioned that they were leading in the first quarter, and at halftime once again Lakers are leading by 2. But once again, that third quarter collapsed as Orlando scored 34 and 18 in that frame. So
Yeah,
that's
they were they were outscored by 14 points in that game in that third quarter, and then they played well in the fourth quarter. But again, like you said, that third quarter was pretty much what decided the game because the Lakers came back, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough as they go down tonight 118-106. Again, we see LeBron James, his second game back, 22 points in 38 minutes. Again, with Doncic, 32 points. He had an off night though. A lot of his points came from 3 point and the free throw line. He had 32, but I mean 9 of 23 from the field though. I mean, not sure that's gonna get the job done in the NBA.
yeah, lots of free throws on that one, and
Yeah,
a lot.
also Austin Reeves with 18 points. Finney Smith, who we haven't seen in a while, he played well. He only missed 2 shots, and he missed only. He was good. 5 for 7 from the field, 4 for 6 from the three.
Yeah, he had a
Took the
good
Lakers
night.
in it.
Other than that, that's the only people, the four starters who scored in double figures.
And it's good to have Hakimura back. I mean, we miss him a lot.
Oh yeah, they did. He's back, but he hasn't really contributed as he's still getting used to getting back on the court in that rhythm.
Been out for about what 2 months, almost 2 months.
Yes, about 2 months there.
Yes, I think the Lakers are going to have some issues as far as like getting everything back in rotation to the way it was before all this started. But meanwhile, a good night for the Orlando Magic. Banchero with 30 points. He played almost the whole game, 40 minutes. Wagner had 32. He led with the Magic. How about these starters? 38 minutes, 32 minutes. And then you have Black, who played 30 minutes off the bench.
Those are a lot of minutes. The Orlando Magic are a young team. I think most of their players are below 24 years of age, so they could be out there the whole game. And
They're in it too. I believe they're in the playoff hunt. I mean, right now they're at 34 and 38. So I mean, they have a chance to make some noise in the last couple of weeks we have left here in the season. Meanwhile, with the Lakers, the loss drops them to 43 and 28. And how about the other LA team? They're kind of like getting red hot, but they got beat last night.
no, yeah, for sure. So now the Lakers are struggling since they lost their seventh game at over their last 10 games, which is crucial, especially in these Western Conference standings. And yeah, the Clippers tough loss yesterday versus the Oklahoma Thunder once again.
And like you said, partner, once upon a time, this team looked like title contenders. Everyone was saying they're in position to win another championship. Excuse me. LeBron James was in position to win number 5, but that as of late, like you mentioned, losing losing 7 of the last 10. I mean, it's just not gonna cut it in the NBA, especially in that tough Western Conference.
Yeah, it's gonna go down to the wire for sure. in these I believe there's 3 more weeks of the season left or less, so it's gonna be down to the last game.
I'll tell you right now, partner. The way things are, they're gonna be lucky enough to finish at least fourth or maybe at best third. Second seed probably may want to kiss that goodbye. Third seed possibly fourth, a strong possibility, but it's just
We're gonna have to wait
um
and see these last
yeah.
couple.
To be honest, I'm lost at words.
Yeah, because it's only down to these April games, which is gonna be tough for the. I believe Lakers have a decent schedule, upcoming rest of the season schedule, but after that Bulls loss and today's loss, I don't know what's gonna happen with them.
I mean, just looking at the last few games, I mean, yeah, they put up a good fight, but they just need to they just got to get it going. I mean, and as we watch these recap highlights, I mean, one problem I do see with LA was the defense. I mean, defense was just bad tonight.
Yeah, it seems like the Lakers look tired out there tonight for some reason.
Well,
Because
as
they
you mentioned before, partner, I mean, you got what, five guys that were on injured list. You got one guy who's been out for about 2 months, and coming back, you got it coming back to get that strength you had before the injury. It's tough. I mean, it's easy to rehab, to train in the gym, to train in the court, to train in practice. Your drills, but when you go out to the actual game, that's when it's like the toughest part because you're not playing your teammate in practice. You're going against the other team, and let's face it, that other team wants to beat you.
Yeah, 100%. Especially when a couple superstars come to your hometown and try to show out, and you stop them by getting upset by the other team. It's always difficult to see.
Yeah, as we take a look, I mean, we mentioned third quarter. You mentioned third quarter was a killer. I mean, they went into the half up two, and then the first few minutes they went up to a 9 point lead, but then Orlando just went on a run, and after that the Lakers just started playing catch up, and Orlando just kept kind of like duking it on. I mean, even LeBron with his 24 points, it just wasn't enough. As you see one of his shots right here, takes it inside, but again, third quarter. It's always been a problem for the Lakers this season, and it came back to hurt them again tonight, as you mentioned, being outscored by 16 points.
Yeah, 16 points for sure. And that third quarter, outside of the pair of triples by Doncic, it was just a horrible quarter by the Lakers. And for them to try to come back in the fourth, it was a little bit too late. They were still down by 10 points with 1 minute and 56 seconds left, but too too much. It was too late at that point.
Yeah, as we see, Orlando went up as high as 12, and they were giving up threes, offensive rebounds, and then inside post shots. I mean, there's even we see great shots here by Luka Doncic. You mentioned, his triples just wasn't enough because they fell behind in the last 5 minutes of that third quarter. As we see Orlando with aggressive pushing, and they even went up as 13. Even like you said, look at Doncic threes just wasn't enough because the defense on the Lakers was just not there in that third period. And I'm not sure what Coach JJ Redick is going to have to do, but he's going to have to make some serious adjustments as far as who he plays in that third quarter. Because I tell you that was bad.
Yeah, they couldn't sustain the level of intensity how they started the game. They always start the game hot and looking good that first quarter, but after that second half, it seems like it collapsed a little bit and get disorientated.
Yeah, it's just I mean, even in the fourth quarter, they scored 26 points. It's just wasn't enough because again, the first 12 minutes of that second half has been their downfall, and then they've also had issues in the fourth period. But tonight they um they had a good fourth quarter, but again, by then it was just out of reach. I mean, we take a look at the inside stats here. Orlando shot well from the free throw tonight, 80%. Again, they're leaving points on that at the board. You look at the 3-point field goals. Orlando did well. Now field goal shooting, um, excuse me, field goal shooting is pretty much almost the same, 46-49. Thank you. Um, Rebounds again. The center issue still continues to hurt the Lakers partner. They've been outbounded again 43-39, which is not bad, but still you always want to outbound your opponent, especially on the road.
Yeah, those second chance rebounds could hurt you deep into the game. So you're right about that one.
Then you look at the largest lead. Orlando went up as high as 17. Lakers had that 9-point lead, and that was just in the beginning of the third period. So a lot of adjustments they got to do.
Yeah, and Orlando Magic almost shot 50% from the field the whole game, and they only committed 8 turnovers with 15 made threes to LA's 10. So that's a lot of threes as well.
Yeah, and the Lakers did make a small comeback in the fourth quarter, but again, the lead just was too large for them to overcome. We also look at some comments on tonight's game. A lot of verbal shots going at LeBron. Here's one viewer that says LeBron's the worst defender in the entire NBA. He literally got destroyed on every possession in the last 5 minutes. Seriously, just retire already. How
Wow,
about that one?
those crazy comments.
Here's another comment here from another viewer. Three the Lakers three best players can't guard a parked car. Now, are we reading comments about the game, or are we trying to become a late night talk show? Because I like to fill in one of those late night talk shows. I think we can beat them.
Yeah, then
I think we can kick Jimmy Kimmel out because I don't like him that much. I don't
I
like him, and I don't like Stephen Colbert.
I
They're
seen
too
a
damn boring.
I seen another good comment. This is a good one though. It says the Lakers' fate in the playoffs depends on the matchups. They have to get lucky.
Let me know if you find another one. I'm actually scrolling through these comments right now too, partner. And some of these, I feel like some of these belong in the on sort of a sports talk show, maybe top jabs of the night or something
After
like
night.
that. Here's one, partner. Let me give you another one. One viewer says Lakers first round exit. That might be a possibility.
That'll be that could happen, and they could come back next year maybe, but who knows? They got killed in transition tonight. That's what a lot of people are commenting, and it's true. They got outran by the Orlando Magic.
Here's another comment right here, partner. I think you might find this one funny. Let's see. 404 network error. Luka Doncic defense not found.
I didn't get that one as much.
I guess his defense was lost in a server or something like that. Here's let's see. Let's see. Here's one. Let's see about this one. Here's one. I noticed not a single sports page on Instagram will post when the Lakers lose. It's getting disgusting how much LeBron is shielded from criticism.
No comment on that one.
Well, let me see if you found any funnier ones.
None yet. I'm on Twitter at the moment.
Oh, here's
Are
one
you?
right here. How about another viewer? Oh yeah, where the Laker fans at?
That's a good one.
Here, I'll give you one more real quick before I go to you. Lost again to an injured team with their best players in. What's the Lakers' excuse now? Wow. I guess the fans say what they're on their mind.
I'll get this one probably. This one has the most likes so far.
We appreciate everybody. As you see, everybody likes Sweat Talk. We're getting close to 1,100 views. How about that?
It says OKC, UFC, KFC, Lakers to Cancun in 5.
Oh my God! I cannot believe they just said that. Especially when they say OKC and KFC.
Is it impossible for the Lakers to not suck? Yo, these comments are wild, partner. I can't. There's too many of these. Rated R, PG 13,
How about
21.
this? How about this one here? Lakers record was fool's gold. I guess a lot of people didn't like that one. Sorry. Here's one. Maybe you might laugh at this one, partner. Lakers are Little Caesars $5 deal, no delivery, and I love it.
More and more comments are coming in.
How about this one here? Told y'all the Lakers are trash. Can't even compete with the low seeds in the East. Lou Wrong, Leg On, Leg Hong, Thunder, and 4.
The Lakers get blown out, and the highlights are dominated by Luka and LeBron James. Unbelievable.
Okay, how about this one? Let's see if this one beats it. Lakers got 2 Batmans on the team. Someone's got to be Robin. We know it's not LBJ. No defense, Lakers. Luka and LBJ.
Yeah. I don't know. I believe you think Lakers are one of the most hated teams up there with the Boston Celtics.
I think before the Lakers, I think the most hated team was the Golden State Warriors, the Miami Heat when LeBron was part of that Big Three, and I believe when Cleveland was good, they went to those finals against the Warriors. I think those were the hated teams.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers are up there, but I mean, I think they're not the hated team because they find every way to joke with them, especially on their low levels. So I think right now the hated team out of LA right now has to be the Dodgers.
No way. It has to be the Lakers.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been reading analysts, and a lot of analysts talk more about how they hate the Dodgers than they hate the Lakers.
Why is that, partner? And
But I know who hates the Lakers the most.
who?
Their inner city rival, LA Clippers.
Their little brothers, the Clippers.
Well, I mean, I don't know about the little birds because they used to own the Lakers. You remember back in those years where they had a better talent than the Lakers.
But I wanna say something about Luka Doncic and what he said about tonight's game, real quick. So Luka Doncic feels like the Lakers got satisfied, and they can't afford the right now. They can't afford that right now. Get too satisfied on the court. He wants them to get back to playing physical defense. They're playing during their 8th game winning streak, as they lose again, and as they're in another losing streak, and it's gonna be tough for them.
It's hard to for them to get back to that. As we said earlier in the show, you got 5 guys or 6 guys that were on the injured list. You got one guy that didn't play for 2 months. You got one guy that missed 2 weeks who's 40 years old. So for them to get back that 8-game winning streak stamina, it's gonna take time. But the problem is time is not on the essence, and Right now, I'm being cued here that we have a clip of JJ Redick speaking to the media after tonight's loss. Let's go ahead and go inside and see what he says.
Props taking over a bit. Was that obviously his talent, or was there anything defensively that you would have liked to see there? Yeah, not letting him get to his right hand would be one. I think overall, as the game wore on, we have a phrase "redding up" or "red up" when we switch, and we were very much passive when we switched onto the ball. Banchero had a 3 on that. When you don't red up against a guy like Wagner, he's now got a step into your airspace with thrust and momentum, and he's hard to stop.
We've talked about you've talked about Grace, and you even talked about the bad defensive habits pregame that developed. Does it feel like there's enough time to make this, I guess, quick fixes, or does it feel like you can make quick references to when you guys were doing some of these things early in the season, so I guess turn it around quicker?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it'd be nice. We're going to hopefully get some court time in Indiana on Wednesday. I think there is time, but we've got to be very strategic about how we use that time outside of games.
Coach, we saw a different attitude defensively against Denver. What does it take for you to see your team going to that level of intensity?
It wasn't just against Denver. We had it for about 25 games. We can get back there. There's, I think a couple guys maybe from the schedule and being in and out of the lineup, and a couple guys being injured. Like I don't know. We look tired, and I don't know what contributes to that. That happens periodically throughout a season where the group gets tired. That's what it feels like right now. Again, we weren't able to sustain our level of intensity that we started the game with. And our guys, I thought, started out by Gabe.
Now, I'm very shocked to hear that. When was the last time you ever heard a coach says, we're tired, we're not playing well? I mean, you just got your ass kicked on Saturday by 30 points. You lose by 12 tonight. I mean, where is it in there that they're tired?
You're right, Parker. I love that explanation. But I was gonna tell you, I feel like they were playing better when LeBron and all these starters started coming back. They were playing better defense, and even though Luka was carrying and Reeves was doing his part, I believe Lakers were even playing better. But it's gonna get adjusted. But yeah, you don't really see those type of "we're just tired" type of comments.
You don't see those remarks this late in the season.
If they're tired now, imagine the playoffs versus any good contender they play is going to be trouble for them for sure.
Well, how about an update on the standings, partner? As we see right now tonight with the Lakers' loss, they are now tied with the Memphis Grizzlies for the 4th and 5th spots. Keep in mind the Lakers hold the tiebreak over Memphis because of the head-to-head victories against them. They still have to play one more time this season, so that might settle that 4 or 5.
They do play this Saturday, partner. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, they are on the road and they play Saturday, so this might be the pivotal matchup that they need to win to stay on that 4 seed. Because again, if they drop to the 5th seed, they're going to have to go on the road to the 5th or 6th seed. You look at Memphis tied with the Lakers, and then Golden State is right behind them, just 2 games behind the win and the loss column. Now that's the one team you don't want to jump you over, especially winners of 8 of the last 10.
I would love to see that matchup, Lakers versus Warriors, but I think Lakers will take that. But that would be a good series to watch, to be honest, because they both don't have big men, so it's gonna be like a small ball type of game.
Now you look at Denver; they're up 2 games on the Lakers in the win column. They're up 2 game in the loss column. Is there a chance they can go up to Is there a chance they can go up to a 3? Denver hasn't really been playing well. They've only won 5 of the last 10.
Yeah. I could see it because the Nuggets, Nikola Jokic has been out a few couple games, and the Nuggets are currently playing right now, and they're trailing by 2 points. So it depends how that game goes because if the Nuggets drop one game tonight, that helps the Lakers for Wednesday's matchup versus the Pacers.
I tell you, Jokic should be lucky he wasn't suspended. I believe, from my understanding, he was ejected a couple of days ago in the game. He got ejected for, I think he forearmed somebody, I want to say, but that's what that was. That's what they was handed to me. So I don't know if that was true or not.
No, yeah,
But
well, he's suffering an injury. Besides that, he's still on the injury report. He's missed the
yeah,
last
he's been
week.
hurt. He did not play in the matchup with the Lakers last week. From my understanding.
Yeah, he didn't, and he didn't play today as they play the Bulls, and it seems like the Bulls are doing a little bit of what they did Saturday against the Lakers. It's a high scoring game so far.
Well, I don't know how the Bulls found their mojo, but I mean, I guess it's safe to say that they got their mojo and, they got something to work on heading towards next year. This might be a team out of the East that might contend. And then
Yeah,
keep in mind, Oklahoma, I'm going to say it right now, they clinched the 1 seed. So the road to the finals is going to go through OKC, no doubt about it.
yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a OKC contending. Those Rockets secretly in second place. I remember a couple weeks ago they were in fifth, sixth seed. Now the
Yeah,
Rockets went on a streak.
they were close to the play-in tournament, and all of a sudden they won 9 of the last 10. And then also the Thunder. Those two teams are the top teams. That's better. Those two teams, other than the Warriors, the Clippers, they're the hottest team right now in that NBA. I mean, let's talk about those guys. I mean, they're the hottest team, but who's the weakest team right now? I mean, besides the Lakers. I mean, I'm looking at these standings. I'm looking at teams like
They're
the
all good.
Lakers, the Kings,
They're all
and
good.
the Dallas Mavericks. They've been all struggling these last 10 games.
Yeah, but the Dallas Mavericks, they got Anthony Davis back today, so that might give them a confidence boost to hit that play-in tournament for sure. These last
That
couple weeks.
tournament, that tournament is actually starting to tight up a little bit because you got teams as the Phoenix Suns and Portland Trailblazers. They're like not far behind the 9 and 10 seeds. I mean, Clippers and Timberwolves pretty much to say they're gonna get in it, but those last two spots, Kings, Mavericks, Suns, Blazers, it's gonna come down to those four teams. I mean, the Spurs can make a long run, but I think they're pretty much out of it though, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, yeah. Anybody under number 12 is pretty much out of it, but other than that, everything's down to the wire. To be honest.
But it was well, would you agree that this was a costly loss for the Los Angeles Lakers tonight?
Yeah, 100%. Because if Nuggets would have lost, Lakers would have been tied in that column tonight, third, fourth seed.
Yeah, and the Lakers are currently on a road trip right now, partner. Tough start to it. Um, for the Los Angeles Lakers, they are going to be they'll be off tomorrow, and I believe they will be in Indiana on Wednesday.
Yes, correct, partner. Another East Coast trip this
And I
whole week.
believe this is the last East Coast trip of the season.
No, so they go. So this whole week they're gonna be in the East. Then next week they'll fly back at home for 3 games. Then they'll be back on the road. Then play one more at home. Then go back on the road. So 3 times back at road still.
But partner, what about these teams they have to face now? They're gonna have to face well, Indiana's one of those teams. They have to play Memphis on Saturday. That I'm actually looking at that one as a must win.
I think they could beat the Pacers on Wednesday. Thursday they play the Bulls, the rematch from what happened Saturday. I feel like Luke is gonna go for 50 points that game. The Lakers and Grizzlies on Saturday. That's gonna be a pitted one, and see who's gonna take that early playoff game. Pretty much at this point.
With all due respect, partner, I know we've been friends for about 2 years or so. But I gotta put this though. I think the Lakers have to win in Chicago for one reason. You gotta remember that just a couple of nights ago, They kick your ass on your court by 31 points. I think this will salvage their season, and they'll give them a high confidence boost if they can go into Chicago and kick their ass this week by the same score. I mean, will it happen? I don't know. I'm hoping that it happened. Would I love to see that? Absolutely. And I think I can speak for all Laker fans. They do want to see that revenge. I mean, winning the game to me, here's the thing. Winning the game is not going to mean much. How they win the game is probably going to matter.
Right.
Because think about it. You'll remember that little butt kicking you got at your home court. I mean, what better way to, as in they say in the world, poetic justice, to go and beat them badly on their home court. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, when they see that, I believe it's Thursday or Friday they're going to be in Chicago.
Yeah, on Thursday.
Yeah, so Thursday, so they'll have a back-to-back. So the Indiana game is going to be important because it's going to determine how they play on Thursday.
Yeah, it could be another back-to-back tiredness type of game we've seen tonight.
Well, we've seen a lot of back-to-backs with this team, and I mean, I could see Coach Redick's way of saying tired, but still, you got to go at it. I mean, again, just 2.5 weeks ago, we were talking about how great this team was, how they're poised to win the championship, and how they became the favorites. And then now they're just 2 weeks later. Now they're just a talk of they might get in, not guaranteed, might play in tournament. Because I'll say this: if they get in the play-in tournament, they don't stand a chance.
Yeah, that's gonna be a super, super low chance because if they're tired and battling injuries right now, I could already imagine on no days of rest and a full physical, all-out type of game before the real playoffs, real contenders.
And meanwhile, we got some more negative comments about the Lakers. I'll share some right now. They're going to get blown out against the Pacers also. They play fast and they're big. I don't know about that one. Should probably check the strategy guide on that one. And then somebody, looks like we have another viewer who was making fun of Coach Reddick's conference. Players came back from injury. They all had a rest. Now they're tired. Again, it's not easy to come back from injury. Again, you can give it all you got in the gym, on the court when you practice, when you're doing your drills, but it's different when you go into the game because you're playing against an opponent you don't practice with regularly. You're playing somebody else from another team, from another city, and another state. And
Yeah,
here's a funny one right here, partner. I'm not sure you'll like it or you'll hate it, but here's one. I'll read it. I think. Oh, sorry, it's not that one. When the Lakers lose, I'm so happy. I can almost feel the piss running down my leg. I think that guy must have a bladder problem or something. Should probably see a doctor. Let's see. Here's another one. The Lakers have a lot more games to lose. It just started. Yeah, we'll see about that. Looks like a lost partner. Okay, looks like there he is.
you can hear me, partner? Hello?
Yeah, we lost you there or something.
We back. Let's get it.
Okay, yeah, just bear with us, folks. We're having some sort of technical difficulties. Just bear with us. We're actually are streaming this, so we're not in the podcast studio. Hopefully, we'll be in there this week, but just bear with us. Oh yeah, here's another one. Why JJ when he talks to you, he just came out from a heart surgery.
No way. Nah.
Yeah,
That's too much. That's too much.
here's one. Tyler, do you still believe in Austin Reeves being a starter?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I still believe he's a starter. He can play, but lately his shooting has been kind of struggling, though. You wonder maybe if they reduce his minutes, maybe he'll be more of an efficient shooter. He
No,
has been
because
playing a lot.
LeBron needs another scorer out there.
I mean, he has been playing like 30 plus the last, 10 games?
Yeah,
And
he's
this guy
still
was
young.
injured too.
Who would start for him? No, I can't see that.
I might put in, Vincent, or I might put in the red guy, Connect. He's been red hot lately. He's come out to
Connect.
be a reliable player.
No, that's Connect's first year. He can't really do that. He can't play defense either. Like
He can play
Reeves.
defense, but I mean, he's got a better shot selection. And I've noticed this the last few games. He's been shooting the ball like he's played like 5 years, and that's pretty impressive for a young guy like him.
Yeah, but he still has time to build. Reeves has been with LeBron these last couple of years on his side starting, so I think they'll stick how they are. They just need that center rotation. Figure out who's gonna keep that. Who's gonna take care of that.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's hard to it's hard just to picture that here, but I still believe he's a great player. Moments ago, Austin Reeves spoke to the media. Let's hear what he had to say.
Just paying attention to the details, competing every single possession, and just guarding your yard. We have to do it as a collective group. Every single possession. We got to have 5 guys on the string.
Chicago and Orlando both played well, played hard, so they've been good tests in that sense. Were there similarities between the two games? You felt like on that end of the floor, and then are there any kind of specifics you can refer to?
They both shot the ball well from 3. We gave up too many points through 3 quarters. Fourth quarter was a little better, but still not to the standard that we want. So we got to get back to guarding. Like I said, with 5 guys and everybody being connected on a string. And if anybody gets beat, low man's got to be there. The X has got to be ready. So yeah.
How hard has been the chemistry team? Guys coming in, chemistry so far.
That happens throughout the course of a year multiple times. So I don't think that that's the problem. We're happy to get everybody back healthy and like I said, have everybody on the court. We're just gotta be better than we have been the last 2 nights.
I think Ginger was bringing that Nate said in coach's meeting. It's like a good defense, a good team defense is talking. Team defense, as you guys have tried to kind of recapture the things we're doing on the ball. How do you feel the level of talk is been? Is that has been good enough?
In spurts, I think it has been, but that's not good enough. Get what I'm saying? You can't be. When you're getting stops, you can't just be talking. Like, if they score a couple possessions, it's okay. Like, they're going to score. You got to continue to do that even when you go a couple possessions without getting a stop. You got to be consistent on that end. I thought we started off the game tonight with a lot of communication, and then when they go on a little bit of a run, I think we kind of get quiet a little bit. We can't do that. You got to continue to figure things out through the flow of the game, and not just talk when things are going good.
One of the things.
So I'm gonna take a couple points from Austin Reeves on defense. They had a lack of communication tonight. When Orlando went on a scoring run, they kind of broke down communications. Don't you have to communicate every time, even when they go on runs, to make those adjustments? I mean,
Yeah, you do. I believe so because the communication is key. But you got to talk the whole game. You got to communicate, but it's just they're out of focus after that halftime. I'm not sure what happened or what occurred, but it was just out of focus, and they let the Orlando Magic hammer them inside the paint. Like, it was tough to watch.
Yeah, that is true. But in the meantime, partner, we have more reaction from the players. Here's Finley Smith, who we haven't seen in a while.
Fight back. Do you get the sense of like the NBA, there are the ebbs and flows to it, but obviously playoffs are coming up soon. Do you feel like you guys do have enough time to get back to that level? For sure. We need the adversity, especially being a new team. We get to learn a lot about each other. During tough times, you usually don't see things when you win it. So we got the chance to grow, and we're gonna use this opportunity to grow. Just got to be better. What you see offensive? Man told us post game that he thought the third quarter, the offensive struggles that you had seeped into the defensive effort. Who's it incumbent upon when that happens? Who on the team should be speaking up or can recognize that and try to change that midstream versus have that happen the entire quarter?
I honestly think it should be not just one person. It should be everybody. Everybody should be able to. Obviously, not always going to be everybody, but I think me and Braun, I think we should be the guys, to do that. And that's on me. Obviously, I got to do better. I got to talk more. And I think I talk in first half, then just kind of voice down, and I shouldn't do that.
Luka, you referenced that 8-game winning streak. I think you guys are now 6-7 in March. Guys have been in and out of the lineup. Some have been hurt. Some have had, back-to-backs and schedule and all that stuff. Like, what's just the overall rhythm of this month been like for this team? And what's it been like trying to fight through it, I guess?
Obviously it's hard, but we get paid to do that, so that shouldn't be an excuse. Everybody at some point has a tough schedule, so that shouldn't be an excuse, and we gotta look at how we play, and we just gotta be better. There's no.
That was Luka Doncic, and you heard from Finney Smith, partner. Very confident responses by those two, especially Doncic. Looked like he was just accepting responsibility for the breakdown on defense. But I'll ask the question again: can this team make a run with just a few games left in this season? Looks like we're having some. Looks like we're having some audio
Yeah,
difficulty.
he's still growing. Like he mentioned, they're still getting chemistry. They did get It's been not even 2 months that they got Luka, and they're still. It's like a roller coaster. You win a couple of games, you lose 3 in a row. They're still growing. They still have a chance. These last games are pivotal. Pivotal. I think this week determines a lot, and their health, of course, which is more important than anything. If you can't go healthy, that's pretty much it. But I feel like they still have a chance to get into it. They're fourth in the West. Worst thing scenario, they do the play-in tournament and see how that outcome.
How about Dwight Howard though, the ex-Laker, who was on his team twice? I believe he was on the 2020 team. I want to say he played here also from 20. He also played here in the 2012 season with Kobe Bryant. That was the last playoff appearance before they went on a 9-year or 8-year playoff drought. How about Dwight Howard being in the arena and you see him celebrating a win against his former team?
Yeah, so Dwight Howard, it was his day today as Orlando Magic put him in the rafters, not in the rafters, but they gave him his props of 8 years career in which he was prime Dwight Howard. He had a great, phenomenal year, but it was funny to watch. I was watching the game, and in the second quarter, he was talking to the Orlando Magic broadcast and sharing a little bit of his moments of how he played versus Ginobili, Dirk Nowitzki, Kobe, and prime Dwayne Wade and them. And he's like, he did win a championship with the Lakers, but his best days were with Orlando Magic, as that was the last time Orlando Magic made the playoffs in 2009. So it was good to see him, but it was funny seeing him on who he was rooting for tonight.
Well, I know we're running on time here, partner, but this was just handed to, or this was sent to me by one of our stat guys. So we talked about Dwight Howard, and yes, in 2009 he made an appearance in the finals, lost 4-1 to the Lakers. On Friday, he was actually approached by TMZ Sports. They actually asked him if he would return to the Lakers because apparently a lot of Laker fans were begging him to come because of what's happened with the AD trade and then the rescinded trade. So,
Right.
TMZ Sports asked him about that question. So let me play this interesting clip, and I want to get your response to this.
Hey, we got to know, man. The Lakers trying to go to the championship this year. Everyone's disappointed in this big man selection that they picked. And Alex Lynn is struggling, man, you know? And we've always talked about getting you back on the roster, bro. Would you be ready? Like, would you take that call? Lakers not calling me, bro. I mean, Jeannie, I saw that podcast you did with Jeannie, and she seems like she respects the game. Like, what's keeping that from happening? You can all hear about it. You always feel ready though, right? I'm always ready, but it's more the option. That's I feel that. Do you think everyone's healthy? If everyone's healthy, the way Jackson's playing, they got a real shot. Yeah, they got a real shot. Man, bro, like and all the Lakers faithful, bro. All the rooms I listen to, everyone says the same thing. Like, just sign him, bro. It'll be fun, but you don't think it's
So that TMZ Sports, I mean, does it show that he still has bad feelings? Like, what is it? Harsh feelings with Lakers?
No harsh feelings. I think is that type of his is at the end of his career where he rather stay. Like he mentioned on the announcing table earlier, he's a stay-at-home dad after having a great career in the NBA and playing overseas. I believe he was playing in Taiwan for a bit, or Taiwan or the Philippines. But I don't think he'll come back. But no harsh words about him. They won that championship, and that's always historic.
Now, just to clarify what they were asking him, he was on Jeannie Buss's podcast 5 months ago. So they talked about a lot of things. Apparently, Dwight Howard had like a love-hate relationship with Kobe. I guess he had issues with Coach Mike D'Antoni at the time, and so there was a lot of things they both talked about. So, I mean, would you still want to reach this guy out for him to come back and play?
I wouldn't. Well, what about you?
That's a tough one. I mean, I'll give you an example. So when the Rams made that Super Bowl run a couple years ago, guess who they signed? They signed Eric Weddle, the guy that was on that team for 2 years and then he retires. When they make that playoff run, all of a sudden he comes out of retirement and he plays for the Rams and he helps them win the Super Bowl. I mean, let's face it, is that a possibility that Dwight Howard could do that? I would say, yeah. I think he still has a little bit of game left. And then besides, he's not going to play the full 82 game season. We're already 60, 70, 68 games in, and all he's got to do is just worry about the playoff series. What, best of seven? Was that like 21 games total? I think they should go for it. If they want to win it, get someone in. Plus, he's been on his team before. He's played with LeBron James. I mean, I'm sure they could bring back what's known as the famous triangle offense. I mean, we've seen that in the past, right?
Yeah, for sure. But it'd be tough who to waive and who to drop from the team at this point. It's too late to go.
I know everybody's gonna probably say drop. I don't know if I should say it though.
Too
Drop
many
Austin
people.
Reeves.
Too many how can you say it? Yeah, it's tough to bring a new guy in and change the chemistry all over again.
Simple,
There's still
just to move Bronny back. That's it.
yeah, Brownie
They have
makes
Bronny
sense.
on the active roster. Just demote him, and they'll keep 2 for 1. They'll keep 2 slices of that big pizza. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, like I said, anything could happen in the world of sports. I mean, a lot of us want to see it, but question is what happened. We don't know yet. That'll be up to management. So once again, the final score tonight: Magic 116, Lakers 108. Lakers begin a road trip on the East Coast. I believe it's a 5-game road trip. They start off 0-1. They've now lost 7 of the last 10. They take on Indiana Wednesday and then back-to-back with Chicago on Thursday. Then they go to Memphis on Saturday. Big matchup there. So, partner, any final words before, as far as tonight's game goes?
I think we covered it all, partner. Lakers are just struggling right now. Can we see the rhythm come back? Can we see them get another 8-game winning streak before the season ends? Maybe, maybe not. But we're gonna have to find out these next couple games, back-to-back games, Wednesday, Thursday in the road, and those are big games. Now they're gonna play the Grizzlies for that third or second seed, depending on how these next couple days go in the NBA season. But other than that, good luck to the Lakers.
Yeah,
And
they're
another
really, yeah, they're gonna really need it. And before we go off the air, I would like partner, go ahead and say our famous line after every show we do.
another day, another podcast.
Folks, just a friendly reminder: Lakers play Wednesday. Dodgers and Angels, I believe, will kick off their season this week. The Dodgers will have their homestand this week. Meanwhile, the Angels will go on the road. They'll be back on next Friday, April 4th. That's where partner will be at. He'll be at the game. I'll be working the game at the front entrance, so we might run into each other again. I'll make sure he pays double parking if any of you asking. But we'll see if we can get something on Friday. We'll start talking baseball too as the Dodgers try to go for 2. Good luck to the boys in blue this week. Also to the guys in the OC. Hopefully they'll have at least a decent season. Give us something to talk about. Who knows? Maybe Mike Trout might have another team this year. Wink, wink. Just in case. I'm not trying to alert anybody, but you never know.
Chill.
Uh, But again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight, partner. Great to see you. We'll see you again, and hopefully we'll be on a podcast studio this week. Again, thanks for watching our post game show, and we'll see you guys later on. Good night.